Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about the assumptions people have about Kenya that are literally not true. Some of them are true. We are going to go in full depth about all those assumptions, and yeah, let's dive in. Guys, we are going to be getting right into it. We're not even going to waste time. We're just going to go to the real questions, okay? So let's start. I have my notebook here where I wrote down the things that I read. Some of them are from Google, some of them are my actual assumptions from friends in Uganda and other places that they thought would be real for me if I come to this place. So yeah, well, let's begin with the first question, and that would be, should I begin with the Google ones or like my actual assumptions? Good. Yeah, these Google questions are crazy, like crazy. Okay, I'm gonna be doing a mixture, one from Google, one from my experience with the people I met, and I asked about things about Kenya. So you're gonna start with the one from Google. Google actually believes some people, foreigners, believe that lions walk on the streets of Kenya. Like, really? Really? Do you see that possible? Do you really see it possible? Wow. I'm not even going to comment like on this one because it really just doesn't make sense. The lions are in the game parks, game reserves, conservations, where they need to be. Okay, don't worry. No lions are walking on the streets of Kenya. Okay. So my assumptions, the ones that I got, that I would be seeing conmen everywhere in Kenya, like everywhere. Seriously, I actually thought, like, the moment I just landed like in Kenya like this, I was super conscious about my bags, my everything. Like, every move was calculated. Seriously, guys, like, I really thought I would encounter so many conmen because that's what I was told, and I've been told that there are conmen here, but like there are everywhere around the world. But you just need to actually be careful because it's like being in Kampala. So the same thing, if you're in the streets of Kampala, you need to be careful. So if you're in the streets of Nairobi, you need to be careful. You just don't leave your phone out, you don't just leave your money hanging everywhere. Nobody does that. So yeah, it is literally life normal. You understand? Like, it is the same guard I would have up if I'm moving on the streets of Kampala. So it's really not as bad as they portray it to be. You get so not all streets have conmen. I haven't met a single conman here, so far so good. And the other Google question that they have is people sleep in huts. Before I even go into this, like, what is wrong with sleeping in huts? Is there something wrong with sleeping in a hut? It's a house. It's our architecture in Africa. Like, it has been there since time memorial. So what is wrong with that? Secondly, actually, people have houses here. I haven't seen a single hut, even throughout all like the villages I passed through coming to Kenya. I didn't see a single not one. I didn't see a single hut. So that goes to say that people have actual houses like with brick. Actually, most of the Kenyan houses that are so coming, they're literally just constructed in brick, all brick, all brick, all brick. Seriously. So even in Uganda, like people live in huts, but it's not a big deal. Um, so the assumptions from my friends. The other assumption that people had, like my friends had, they thought I'll be eating ugali every single day, like every meal it's ugali and sukuma wiki, and that's it. Like, um, where I come from, we have very many varieties of food, and they're endless. Literally every tribe has like their own staple food, and there are a lot of like different kinds of food. So to think that I would only have to eat ugali and sukuma wiki every single day was like weird. Weird. So thankfully it is not true. That is so false. That is so false. Like I hadn't tested ugali in like a whole week of being here. Like literally. I just I didn't even know like it was a food here like they eat. So that goes ahead to show you that most of these assumptions are literally false. For the most part, they're like actually false. So that is so not true. I've enjoyed all different dishes that I was enjoying back at home, and like there's also nothing wrong with eating ugali, which I have tested and it tastes amazing. Oh god, like wow, wow. I could have it every day. I seriously could have it every day. Um, and I was actually having it every day when I was still in school. Like in high school, that was like the staple food. Like that was the everyday meal. So it's really not a big deal. You can survive. Um, the other assumption from Google is people run to everything. I mean, really, really. So I just ran from the bus stop to where I'm staying right now, or someone carried me on their back and started running until here. Like, what? This sometimes it is better to think to not say anything, because I would say something that will upset a lot of people, because really, do people think Africa is that backward? Wow. Just so you know, Kenya has like a very good transportation system. Their roads are good, first of all, and their transportation system is really good, like, and efficient. The time I've been here, I've been transported to every place I want to go to in time and efficiently. Like, yeah, it's that easy. There's no hassle. So, another thing, my friends, thought that Kenyans are not sociable. The Kenyans are not sociable people. Like, um, everyone is like minding their own business. They will not like give you the attention if you even if you're asking for help or anything like that. Like, no one wants to be bothered. I beg to differ. I seriously beg to differ, because I have received the most warm welcome here, like literally. And everyone that I have met from around this place has been so nice and so good. I actually feel at home. So I don't know. I don't know about the people you met, but you're definitely in the wrong community. You need to check the people you're hanging out with, because definitely they have something wrong with them. Because I've literally not experienced any hostility whatsoever, and yeah, you just need to ask for help if you need it, and they'll be more than helpful. Some lady we met at a certain restaurant, she even like went out of the restaurant just to give us directions. She was working at the restaurant, and she literally went out to give us directions of where we were supposed to go because we were lost. And I was like, wow, someone can actually do this, like I thought differently about everything. I've been so deceived. Other question from Google, the assumption from Google is people wear leopard skin. What? What? So what now? I mean, like, leopard skin? Really? Leopard skin? People put on clothes. I am putting on clothes. The people I've interacted with put on clothes. So I don't know which part of Kenya you're saying. you you guys are you so informed. You really need to get the correct information, and that is on my channel. So anyway, the other assumption from my side would be Kenya is it's cold, but people just said it like bluntly, Kenya is cold. And I was like, okay, cold. Uganda has also been cold sometimes. It's cold and hot. Like, okay, I can do this. I wasn't prepared for the coldness here. I was not prepared for the coldness here. Like, if you've spent your whole life in a very tropical environment, and you come here, it would literally just hit you like, what it's actually quite cold here. So according to me, it's really quite cold here, especially in Nairobi where I am. It's really cold, really cold. So if you're coming to Nairobi, you need to suit up. You need to take a jacket, and by a jacket I mean a proper jacket, because me, I just carried like normal cold clothes, normal cold cardigans. Like, it's not so cold, you can wear them. Even though it's hot, you can still wear them. But here you actually need to have a proper cold cardigan, like, yeah. Another thing, and this is from Google. The people live on trees. I think I've already said it. I've seen like housing everywhere. I haven't seen a single hut. But the truth in this is there are so many trees here. It's unbelievable. Like, all the streets on the road have trees. Most of the streets have trees. You will randomly find a tree on a street. Like, And if you go farther out of town, like Nakuru, there literally like the whole street has trees. Like wow, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I just appreciated that when I came here. It's like there's so much green. There's so much green that people don't live on trees. Sorry. Um. So the other assumption, the last assumption actually from my friends, they said I would have like issues with language barrier. And what I can say about that is that that is not true because um, fine, most people speak Swahili here because you know it's their national language plus English. So most people would faster to speak Swahili. You know, if you meet them like the first time, they'll be speaking to you in Swahili like the first time. But if you actually reply them in English, they would totally switch, and you know they would talk to you in the language that you're comfortable with, that you understand, which is English. So I haven't really had major language barrier issues when I'm here because most people know English actually. So yeah, that's not really an issue. Um, and also the last Google assumption: people do not have cell phones. What? Why wouldn't people have cell phones? What am I using to record? Like people don't have cell phones, people don't have data. Like how? What will I use to upload this video? I mean, there's so many YouTubers in Kenya, and their their growth is amazing, and that goes ahead to show you that there is very good internet here, and people have cell phones, people have cameras, people have gadgets, all kinds of gadgets. And also um the speed here is the internet here is really good, and it's almost in all the places you go to. And like Uganda, okay, the internet here is really good. That's what I'm going to say. Like it's really good, it's really good. So do not be worried about internet if you come to Kenya. It's one of the things you shouldn't actually be worried about. It's like it's not an issue. Mm-mm. So I think that brings us to the end of this video. If you have any other assumptions that you want me to address and maybe put in my next video, create a whole video for those assumptions, write them down. And even though they're about Uganda and want me to do assumptions about Uganda from Kenyans, it's really okay for me. I can totally do that. Just show me that you want these kinds of videos by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Yeah, share it to your friend, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. So yeah, that's it from me. Bye.